So my name's Peter. I'm from Sydney, Australia, and I've lived in Korea for almost 3 years now. Yeah, that's correct. So I lived in Masan, but because Masan there's not much to do, so I actually went to Busan most weekends, almost every weekend really, because from Masan to Busan is very close, 40-minute bus ride. So first, the reason why I came to Korea is because I would have fell in love with Korean culture roughly in 2017.
Yeah.
So I watched a lot of YouTube of like people traveling, and then I myself was interested as well. And then I came here in 2019 as a holiday. And then I looked around and I liked it. And so I learned more about Korean culture, so like Korean food, Korean history. And because Korean history, I feel it kind of has similar parallels to the Vietnam War and the Korean War. So it's different, of course, but there was similar parallels. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it. So I decided to come to Korea to live. Yeah, like a little bit. I hope I can learn more. But so far it's been pretty good, like learning different cultures and not like learning about how people live here and all that kind of stuff. So it's been good. So I'm actually an English teacher. Like I said before, I lived in Masan, so I taught English there. So now, because I moved to Seoul, I teach English here. So one of the reasons is what we were talking about before, I used to go to Busan every weekend. And one of the reasons why I did go to Busan every weekend was because I went to a language exchange. It was a good way for me to meet people, like what we were talking about before, learning about Korean culture. So I made lots of Korean friends when I was in Busan. So I hope to do the same here as well and help other Korean people with English as well. In Seoul, not many, because most of my friends are back in Busan, because that's where I'm like kind of from, I guess. But I hope to make lots of Korean friends in Seoul. So we'll see. I know a little bit of Korean, like Korean words, like. My Korean is not very good yet, so if someone can help me, that'd be awesome. So one that I learned was
say to us.
So it's like you go up, so like 어디까지 오는 가는 거예요? Like that. So that's like 부산사투리.
Yeah.
And like here you would say 밥 먹었어요. Like in Busan we would say like 밥 먹었나, like that. Yeah, in Seoul I'll definitely do at least 1 year. I'm not sure how long after that, but if it goes well, then maybe I'll stay longer. But at the moment, just trying to settle in first, and once I feel comfortable, I'll decide then. Yeah, so for me, obviously, samgyeopsal is like I guess that's everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
But because I lived in Busan, one of my favorites is jjigae.
조개구이.
Yeah, I really like that.
The clam.
Yeah, that's right. Like grilled, like seafood, clams, and all that kind of stuff. So that's very, very nice. I didn't get to try 돼지국밥, which I regret because I lived in Busan. I never tried it, so it's something I do regret. Maybe one day. Yeah, so a bit of both. So when I lived in Masan, Busan, like there's not much of like Australian things, like restaurants or anything like that. So I did mainly cook for myself. But in Seoul, there's like more variety, so there's more Australian foods. So if I do miss something, then I guess it's more accessible. I've met a lot of people, Korean friends in Busan mainly, because that's where I went usually. So yeah, I made lots of friends, like boys and girls, and it's good fun.
Girlfriend.
No girlfriend though.
Oh really?
Not yet.
That's so sad.
For me, like I guess I just kind of like the Korean vibe, like of just hanging out. So in Australia, usually like when you go out with your friends, once you have dinner, you kind of just go for dessert and then you go home. But I think in Korea, well, I guess in Korea, like you kind of just kick on, like icha, like icha. You know when you go to the next place.
The second round.
Second rounds. Yeah, so I like that. I like that a lot.
You like these cultures?
I like how you keep kicking on, because like in back home in Australia, once you finish dinner, it's kind of the end of the night.
Really?
So it's a bit boring. So in Korea, because you keep going, I like that. I'm not a big drinker myself, but I just like the feeling of hanging out with friends and like longer as well. Yeah, so for me, I actually didn't go very often. Like I did go to Gwangali, I did visit Haeundae, but for me, like I like the very like chilled out like 느낌, like vibe.
The vibe.
So I always went to Jeonpo-do. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so basically my name is Peter. I've been here for a couple of years now. I know bits and pieces of Korean. So if someone can help me, that would be appreciated, and I'll help you with English. I hope everyone here that is studying at the language exchange, you have a good time and you improve your English drastically. And I hope I can be of some help to you as well. Thank you.